The Suckers Sadly Gather, by Richard Brazier, appeared in the first edition of the Little Red Songbook produced in Spokane in 1909. In fact, Brazier wrote 15 of the 24 songs that appeared in that first edition. Unlike many of the contributors to the Little Red Songbook, Brazier had previous songwriting experience, having written a song in what he called the Tin Pan Alley style, which was published by the Abeland Publishing Company in Chicago. Brazier set the song lyrics to the tune of Where the Silvery Colorado Wends Its Way, recorded by, amongst others, the Carter family in later years. In his notes to the song in the Big Red Songbook, Archie Green says, "In The Suckers Sadly Gather, Richard Brazier returned to two concerns previously touched on in his songs: employment practices by sharks shipping out laborers, and hobos dining on ranchers' chicken stew." Richard Brazier himself said of the song, "Well, you see, you have to remember that the motive behind that song was to bring to public attention the abuses of the employment agencies that they heaped upon the migratory worker. And I wrote it with the object of bringing it to the attention of the working people by my song. I made that based on a very popular song at the time that I wrote it, The Silvery Colorado Wends Its Way, and it took on immediately and became very, very popular. Silas Borland, the man who used to sing it, used to say it was sung with great success by him, and it was." It's worth noting that Richard Brazier was arrested for soapboxing in the streets of Spokane on the subject of the employment sharks. Later, Richard Brazier served on the General Executive Board of the IWW in 1917, and in that year was arrested, along with so many other wobblies, under the Espionage Act, and sentenced to 20 years in Leavenworth. Here's The Suckers Sadly Gather. Oh, the suckers sadly gather round the Red Cross office door, and at the job signs longingly they gaze. Well, they think it's time they shipped out to a job once more, for they haven't bought a job for several days. So inside they go and they put down the dough. They've come to buy a job from you, they say. The employment shark has right, I will ship you out tonight, where the Silvery Colorado wends its way. Now those suckers by the score are hiking back once more, for they didn't get no job out there, they say. So to town they're hiking back, or that bum old railroad track, where the Silvery Colorado wends its way. Well, the hobos quietly gather round a distant water tank, while the bulls are safely resting home in bed. And they sit and sadly ponder on the days when they had pie, and occasionally some moldy pumpkin instead. Well, now they're living high, where the chicken coop is nigh, for the ranchers send them chicken every day. So jungles they skidoo to dine on chicken stew, where the Silvery Colorado wends its way. There's a beneath every tree, and they're happy as can be, for the chewings round that place are good, they say. Well, they have chickens galore, and they know where there's more. Where the silvery Colorado wends its way. Where the silvery Colorado